Good morning. All right, so if you've met me, I lose things. One time when I was really little, I was sleeping at my grandparents' house, and my sister and I both had matching, like, big furry slippers. I don't remember what color mine were. Probably blue. Or I think there was blue or pink. I don't remember which one I had. Anyway, I went to sleep with two slippers on. And when I woke up, I only had one slipper. And I never found the other one. And I just still think that's weird. It never turned up. Not that I know of. So I just sat down to make this video about a picture that I got. Like a picture vision. It was a little vision of a photo. Then I was like, I should go like get my Bible and read a little bit. And then I went back and it was in my bed because that's where I was studying. But now I can't find it. It disappeared. So I just think it's weird. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I lose things that just like disappear and then it will reappear later. But I looked like 4 times and under the covers and everything and I can't find it. I don't know where it would be. Anyway, I don't know why I felt like I needed to tell that story, but so when I went to do my reading, and then usually I read my Bible and study what I'm going to study, and then I take like 20 minutes to just see what comes into my head. That's usually when I get like pictures and stuff, or and first thing in the morning for sure. Like when I'm just starting to wake up, that's when like the big the big lots come. I don't know. It's a lot in the morning. But usually when I meditate, it's just a few things, and then I like have to meditate on what that means. So this time I got a really clear picture of a very old black and white photo. And in the forefront, like taking up a good chunk of the photo, was a woman like kind of turned to the side with what I guess was a black dress and her hair back, kind of an older woman. I would say like almost grandmother age, but she had dark hair pulled back into like a bun, and a white collar. And then she was kind of turned to the side, but had a very stern look on her face. And then, oh my God, I burp all the time when I'm trying to make a video. Sorry. So behind her, you could only see the doorway, and I couldn't see the man's head, but there was a man, obviously an older man, carrying a very little boy, maybe 2 years old, kind of like a chubby little boy outside, and the boy had his hands like wrapped around the man's wrist, and so the man was covering the boy's eyes like this, bringing him outside. So they were in the doorway. You couldn't see any of the rest of the house or anything, just that the woman was in the forefront, very prominent, with a very stern look, and this man was bringing the boy outside. He was kind of hanging there in front of him, holding on like to his wrist like this, and the older man was covering his eyes like this. And then when I sat down to think about it, I heard I don't want to go outside. So I have no idea, like the only thing that I could, I know, like, when I sat down to think about when I'm always like, what does that mean? And I think about it for a minute, is that it was definitely a very old photo of the past, and you couldn't see inside the house, and this older man was bringing the very young boy outside, covering his eyes. So it felt very joyless, and there wasn't enough information to tell what was really going on, except for there was no color, like no, and obviously like that was an old photo. And I think, you know, bringing the little boy out into the light, maybe, or out of the house, but still covering his eyes. The interpretation that I got was kind of the sometimes we have to be brought out into the light, and sometimes I guess even I think the old man, it was strange that he didn't have a face, you couldn't see his head, you know, and covering the boy's eyes was maybe like an outdated shield. I don't want to say the man is outdated, but I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of times we're blinded by the past, and not only can we not see the light, we can't see all the colors, and we're so comfortable inside that maybe, you know, we really need to make that decision to get out of our comfort zone, because whether you want to go or not, eventually you have to go outside, and the light is there, and it is a world of color. So yeah, here, like, the times, they are changing again. It's so weird how I get little clips of songs that I'm not even thinking about. But yeah, like, it's changing. The time is changing. This is like, we're not in the past anymore. And like I said, this is a new generation beginning. We have to go outside and look around. And be willing to learn and grow up. And that's really all I got about that. It was just so clear. It was such a strange photo. And like, normally when you think of a photograph, you see, you know, a memory that somebody wanted to capture, like some kind of happiness, some kind of family. There wasn't any happiness in this photo. And like the really stern expression on the lady's face, with their hair all like back tight in a bun, like there was no indication of like where they were going or what they were doing or why they all had to go outside. I mean, maybe somebody has that. Maybe, like, surely that's not a real photo. I have no idea. Or why that woman was like, it wasn't anger, the expression. It was just like a stern, like I can't think of another word for the face she was making, because it wasn't like disgust or anything. It was just like discontent, like just kind of like grumpy, like nobody was happy. So I don't know, maybe some of us need to open our eyes and realize that the past isn't there anymore, you know. And maybe the photos that we remember, you know, of the past, like if it wasn't joyful, like maybe we need to bring it out into the light. I don't know. That was a crazy, it was so clear though, so I know I needed to say something about it, and I guess think about it yourselves. I mean, what does that mean to you? I don't have any text to go with it. I would, except for I can't find my Bible that I was just reading. Story of my life. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. I don't have much else to say about it except for like, share, and subscribe. You know, I mean, I guess, like, yeah, get out into the light. I like to go outside. I can't really relate. I love going outside. But I think it was more of maturing and getting out of your comfort zone. And if you're not willing to do that, again, like the things that we're not really willing to do, like the world keeps turning, you know, like if the powers that be say you're going outside, then you're going outside. You might as well accept it, you know. But at the same time, don't necessarily subscribe to everything you learn or know from the past or from, you know, your ancestors. Like our the world develops so fast that we shouldn't have the same perspective that we used to. You know, you have to take everything into consideration and understand that things were different. Culture was different, families were different, education was different, opportunities were different, everything was different. So really had to look around and kind of disregard what's stale and make some new assessments because the whole world is different. Anyway, I love you very much. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna watch church on the TV. I hope that you do. I think it's a good idea. Or just do something good. Go for a walk. Meditate. Have a nice day. Have some coffee. Maybe not as much as I have, but have some. I love you.